Welcome back to the Wilson Brothers channel. I'm Isaac. This is David. We have the Viking with us today. We are super excited to be doing a reaction video to Douglas Murray, political commentator and author in Britain, of all places.
Let's go, Wing Live!
Being interviewed by Chris Williamson on his podcast, talking about do women need men? But also make sure to like and subscribe because we come out with videos Monday through Friday. Are you guys ready?
And you don't want to miss a thing. Douglas Murray.
Douglas Murray.
Douglas Murray. Is this a cousin of Bill Murray?
Probably.
It might be. It might not be.
We got to look into that, but we don't know everything on this channel. We will tell you when we're wrong or right.
Or will we? All right, let's check it out.
Emma Raducanu did an advert for HSBC recently, which you may have missed. HSBC rewrote 3 classic fairy tales. Their book's called Fairy Tales, and it shows that women don't need men at all. With financial attitudes shaped as early as 5 years old, the new book challenges traditional gender stereotypes. The new book, called Fairy Tales, Princesses Doing It for Themselves, reimagines Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Rapunzel as successful businesswomen. Prince Charming...
Successful businesswomen.
Prince Charming is raised as the main character. Emma Raducanu read to them, so in the end, the princesses didn't need a prince to save them. They set up their own businesses, saved their money, and then spent it very wisely. Maybe one day you'll buy a tower or set up your own shoe business.
So what kind of businesses do they have in fairy tales?
Man, it sounds like he's describing like what the new girl's explaining about Snow White. Like, I don't need no prince to save me. Like, he might just get cut out of the movie.
I'm just going to sell my own meat and knit my kittens. Whatever it might be.
The problem is, even in Snow White, the purpose of the original wasn't because the man was domineering the woman. How is she going to wake up if he doesn't kiss her?
Oh, we'll find out.
Yeah, this type of teachings, man, it's going to continue to make women more and more miserable because men can go out and suffer the world for a long period of time because we can have children like well up into like our 60s and 70s, whereas women don't have as much time on their hands. Like trying to teach women at like 5-6 years old to focus on business like men do is just it's a recipe for miserableness later on in life.
Miserableness?
Miserableness. I don't even know what kind of businesses they have in fairy tales, but let's keep watching.
They build their own towers apparently, and they probably sell meat out of them.
Or Rapunzel just sells her hair.
Yeah, she just like has like dreadlocks, and they just cut them down.
Let's go.
That's the quote, said the tennis player.
That's the worst. I mean, I read Meghan Markle's book, The Bench.
Ugh.
And that's worse. That's worse. Wow. What an inspiring tale.
Fairy Tales.
It's so
Princesses doing it for themselves.
Have you seen the South Park episode of where Cartman wakes up? He has a nightmare.
You told me about this over lunch yesterday. For the people that haven't seen it, what is
Cartman has a nightmare. It turns out he is a diverse black woman. His character is recast, and all of his friends, Kenny and everyone else, are diverse female or transracial characters. And then Cartman wakes up from the nightmare. No! And his mother comes in. What is it? Are you having another dream where once again all my favorite characters in the cartoons have been replaced by ethnically diverse women? and she goes, it's okay, Cartman. It's okay. The CEO of Disney isn't hiding under your bed.
If I had a dream where you guys were diverse trans women,
Black
trans women,
that would be scary.
I'm just imagining the Viking. Ladies and gentlemen, use your imagination. This is a teaching moment. What if you imagine?
I would look a lot like probably like the fat black woman that they casted in the new Viking show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she a man?
No, but she doesn't belong there.
Would you check, Mom? You go, okay, I checked. She's not there. I'm worried that she's going to come out again and praise all my favorite characters with ethnically diverse women. I love those
I haven't
guys.
seen them
God,
laugh
they
like
keep
that.
doing it. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with there was that rather unappealing young woman who was meant to be is playing Snow White in the new Disney Snow White.
Rachel Ziegler.
No, somebody else. And she...
It is. Is it? Yeah. Rachel Ziegler. Well, she said Prince Charming wasn't a prince, he was a stalker.
Yeah, and she didn't need Prince Charming to discover that she could be the woman she could be. I mean, this is like sub-Barack Obama circa 2007. Like, the princess is the person she's been waiting for or something.
Your sister's keeper.
Why don't they invent new tales? That's what I can never understand with that. Why don't they just invent new tales instead of screwing up every existing tale that's loved? Well, make a boring movie about an inspirational tale of a woman who wants to start a business and then does and has some success. I mean, okay, make that into a film. Why do you have to go and ransack and rape pillage all of the storehouse of stories that people like?
Brett Cooper's playing Snow White for Daily Wire. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
What?
You haven't seen this?
Oh, no.
Let me tell you. Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro are doing their own live-action remake of Snow White with Brett Cooper as Snow White. Because she's like West End trained, right? So she's supposedly a very well-trained actor who can sing, apparently. It's like the triple threat, podcast, act, sing.
Right.
And they announced it the other week, and it's going to be coming out next year.
God, I hope they'd slay Disney.
They will.
That makes me so happy. I hope they slay Disney.
Yeah, I love his accent, but he's right. I mean, they're going to. I mean, Daily Wire makes about $200 to $250 million in revenue a year. Disney makes tens of billions of dollars. Even the recent, what's it called, Indiana Jones that came out, they had a $300 million budget for it. It tanked at the box office.
Yeah.
We went to go see it, but it was like over 3 hours long. Guys, don't waste your money.
How would you so I saw a comment on one of the recent videos we did, actually when we reacted to the trailer of the Snow White movie with Brett Cooper.
4.3 million views on TikTok. Brett Cooper,
Thank
come
you.
my way.
And someone said they hoped Candace Owens would be the evil queen. Imagine if
that is ethnically diverse.
They made a black woman the evil queen. Yes, queen.
Now imagine if Jordan Peterson was cast as Sleepy the dwarf. But I want to come back to what he's saying.
Ben Shapiro's her
Guys,
brother.
I just
Like
wanna
long,
get
long.
some sleep.
Does Snow White have a brother?
I don't think so.
What would Ben Shapiro be in this
He would be
film?
Mirror Mirror.
Because they look the same. A lot of people compare them together. They think that
That's good.
They think that Brett Cooper is dragged
Mirror,
like Ben
mirror.
Shapiro, basically.
Why do they not create movies original anymore? Original movies.
Because they have tried and no one is willing to pay for them.
Yeah.
They have to rob IPs that people
Yep.
care about, that people love, that have been around for decades, in order for people to even watch.
It's like if someone is going to hold you at gunpoint, right? They're going to try to kill your family, not some random stranger.
I want to apologize on behalf of the Wilson Brothers Incorporated. Any subsidiaries that we do have from this point forward, we will never mention that again.
All right, let's continue. I love...
Is that it? You're going to include that?
Of course he is.
Why would I not include that? See, this is the thing people don't realize. I edit everything, so I have complete control.
Bring your mic down, buddy. You have Viking. You're like the
See, you're seeing some behind the scenes. I have complete control over the final product.
sounds like a
people
drug
need
dealer.
to know that.
You sound like a drug dealer.
Hey.
Disney has had to reshoot a ton of scenes.
Yep. They pushed it off into
including all of the
2025.
dwarf scenes, because originally the dwarves weren't dwarves.
That's right.
They were like a multiracial just group of different people.
They were diverse ethnic women.
It was the same thing again. But apparently, this is just a rumor, but apparently they've reshot it, all of the scenes with the dwarfs, to CGI actual dwarfs in.
Oh.
So they've gone full...
Yeah, because
They're
I
gonna
knew that there was a
CGI them.
revolt of the dwarves, which is something you don't hear every day.
No.
There was a revolt of the dwarves because, of course, dwarf actors who have their equity cards are annoyed because there's not many dead jobs.
Yeah,
if
well,
you're a
you'd
dwarf.
have presumed there should have at least been 7.
Yeah,
Plus
absolutely.
a stunt
Peter
actor.
Dinklage.
Stunt dwarf.
Stunt one to do all 7
blame.
stunts.
Well, you could have 14, I guess. It depends how demanding the
How
acting.
much largesse you want to spread around the dwarf actor community. But
Yeah.
the point is that there actually was apparently a rebellion about this because these are some of the few dead cert roles we've got.
Well, is this not the same, the people who didn't cast that, is that not the same group of people that would say we can only have a gay actor playing a gay man and we can only have a black actor playing a black man and we can only have
Those
a...
people as such. I won't use the word. Yeah, I mean, that, again, we haven't got time to go at the pace of these people. Acting is pretending to be other people. But people will be shocked that most people who play Hamlet are not themselves members of the Danish royal family. Welcome to the world of make-believe.
So I just want to say, like, Peter Dinklage, little Tyrion,
From Game of Thrones that
Had-
both of you haven't watched.
yeah, he had something to do with the dwarves not actually being
Yeah,
casted.
Ben Shapiro
as
talked
dwarves.
about that.
Why?
Because he felt like it was offensive for them to try to cast dwarves to play these roles as dwarves and had a whole stirring of people getting upset with him. Like, yeah, he's right. Like,
It's like Gulliver's Travels all over again.
so he was the one, an actual dwarf, as they
Little person.
apparently like to be called. That's the technical term. An actual dwarf made it very difficult for other dwarf actors who already don't have a lot of roles as is, made it difficult for them to get a massive Hollywood movie.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm making this statement. Someday, I'm going to create a feature film, and it's going to be all about the Native Americans. And I'm going to cast all blonde, blue-eyed women, and we're going to paint their faces. We're going to have them learn the language of the tribal people, and we're going to have them run around and just do stuff. Because the problem,
have them run around and do stuff.
well, like around a fire.
Hiya, hiya, hiya. You know how stupid that sounds?
Why did Peter Dinklage do that? Because in Game of Thrones, he is known as the dwarf. He calls himself nobody cares about.
Because he already made bank, and he doesn't want other dwarves to make bank.
He wants to be the only dwarf online.
He wants to only
Yeah, but that doesn't even serve him because he's not getting casted in the movie either, which would have been amazing.
What would he have? Which dwarf would he have been?
Probably grumpy.
Grumpy?
Absolutely grumpy.
Peter Dinklage, if you see this, we love you, but we're calling
Well,
you
I
out.
just think he would have played
calling you
grumpy
out,
the
man.
best.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is that the video says women don't need men at all, but all they talked about was mostly Snow White. So they're kind of talking about videos we've actually already talked about when it comes to Snow White. Like,
Yeah.
Well, they're also talking about fairy tales instead of fairy tales, where women just want to start their own businesses off the edge of a tower
Save themselves.
and save themselves, create whatever they want. I mean, when you take men out of society, you become an idiot.
who is taking men out of society?
These idiots.
Are they being
Not
rounded
the
up?
idiots on the video. These
Well,
idiots in
there's-
Hollywood
not
and Disney.
So not society, but media.
Well, they're trying
Media.
to. It's the idea that they don't need men, and it's really
You do.
stupid. You do.
Or else you would die off because you can't recreate yourself.
If all men disappeared tomorrow, holy crap! Like
Everything would shut down. The world
Everything
would go
would
into chaos.
crumble within like a week.
Who builds your bridges? Who
Well,
builds your
it's
roads?
not even that. Like, who's going to maintain the sewage? Who's going to maintain the electrical? Who's going to maintain like everything that requires functioning, happy society?
On a basic level.
All the cellular will go out.
Nuclear bombs.
Yeah, nuclear power plants will start blowing up everywhere.
We're getting really dark, but I think this is real.
Just saying. That's
we
what
need
would
to
happen.
create a movie someday where it is all women, and I want to see the women go into the sewage.
like the rapture.
It should, yeah, dude. I was literally just thinking. Imagine a comedy movie where Jesus comes back for only the men.
The men are lifted up into the sky, and the women are like, "Don't go, don't go."
Produced by the Daily Wire and the Wilson Brothers Incorporated.
This is a subsidiary company.
As he's gathering the men, he goes, "Ye of little faith."
So, question: comment below. Do we need men? Why do we need men? Do these movies need men? Are you tired of not needing a man, or are you too much tired of a man?
Do we need dwarves?
Do we need dwarves, or do we need people that just look weird? I don't know.
Do we have to CGI dwarves in every time we make a movie now? Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about it. They're being forced to spend even more money than they would on the actors to just CGI them in.
It's
and
like
for what?
ESG.
ESG.
It's like ESG scores with businesses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this world. We'll find out. But we appreciate you guys watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe because we come out with videos Monday through Friday. But right here is actually our reaction to Brett Cooper playing Snow White. So check out that video. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Peace.
Peace.